Hey, what's up guys? Chili's, welcome back to Kagetsu Tohya. Last time we did the Flower of Thanatos 10 Nights of Dream side story, which I'm still not entirely sure what happened there. I assume it's either that Shiki and maybe Hisu and Kohaku were dead during that, or that flower grew because Akiha was dead. But then why would they be in their own unless them being in like a cut off like devoid world was just like not euphemism. What word am I trying to think of? God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Meridak. But yeah. Anyway, we technically have two stories left because there's Dawn in 10 Nights of Dream, but then there's the secret one in the U. Which I'm probably not gonna do that one today. It's probably just gonna be Dawn. But anyways, I quit rambling. Kagetsu Tohya production notes. The side stories, written by the scenario director, were made at a pace of about one per day. Oh, okay, well, that's pretty impressive. My interpretation is that the flower of Thanatos is Shiki's punishment for asking Len for a minute. Okay. But then why? I don't know. Oh wait, I think I said Tsukihime took on a new face every day or something like that. Okay, but that's okay. I don't know, cause the when I looked into it, the like Asphodelus Thanatos or whatever was, I mean, it's quite literally is like Greek death flower. So I don't know. Maybe I was just looking too much into like the go back and pick solo Hisui and solo Gohaku to realize it more. Okay. I'll probably do that then. It just, I don't know. I guess was I just looking too much into like the meaning of the flower? Like, did it not have that much meaning to it? I guess that would make sense. I don't know, but anyway, Dawn. A dark road, a quiet park, the plunging silver light of the moon, the white moon in the sky, a gasp of wonder. A very fast something was chasing me. That's not good. Before my eyes, resentfully shattering the dark, was a shape blacker than the night itself. No time to understand. Just a sudden gust of wind. That's all it felt like. The world suddenly seemed to spin. I could see the moon hanging in the sky. Suddenly it was chipped. I let out a scream. Red moon. Why? Cold, eerie moon. I saw the moon so large as if it were leaning over me. Majora's Mask, anyone? Scared. Going to swallow me. I could hear the sounds of water. Sounds of a lake quietly spreading across the earth. Sinking into the water. Dark, sinking into that lake. Cold. Ah, the moon is so red. Red moon. In a black world. I was dreaming. In a dream from which I could not awaken. I dreamt Okay, Dawn. Yeah, that's the intro. So, turning audio down, I slowly awoke. So that's a bit of an omen. Near my pillow, I could hear the rhythmical tick, tick, tick of a clock, announcing its existence to the world. A look showed me that it was a few minutes past midnight. I wonder why I woke up. It's not something to brag about, but I'm one of those people who, once they get to sleep, don't wake until morning. Even so, since I did wake up in the middle of the night like this, it wouldn't be strange if something was wrong. Or maybe I just felt something happen. I sat up. The pale moonlight shining in through the window illuminated the room. A familiar room. There was nothing unusual. Tonoshiki's room was the same as always. Alright, but what was this urgency boiling inside of me? Gotta piss, maybe? I don't know. My throat was rasping, dry, as if I had gone for days without a drop of water. A pounding deep behind my eyes. My pulse raced. My body's temperature suddenly seemed to rise. I stood up and walked to my desk. I opened the top drawer, and there was a knife sitting there. Nanatsuya, 7 nights. Only that carved into the handle of the solid, unadorned switchblade. In a series of events 6 months ago, I had protected my life with this knife. I wiped away the dust and picked it up. It fit perfectly, almost as if it were an extension of my hand, as if it had no weight at all. The feeling of the knife helped calm me. Something is happening tonight. My experience told me that. However, it's not something a normal person like me needs to worry about, right? Yeah, normal, right, okay. But for some reason I had awoken, and I couldn't stop feeling like there was an important reason for that. Yeah, probably. I shifted the knife in my hand a few times, then, gripping it tightly, I aimed for the terrace and began to walk. The thin curtains of the window opened and, prickling my skin, the crimson moon, a black world like a dark lake. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Oh. Or maybe it was just a hallucination? I guess. The perfect roundness of the full white moon. I opened the window and let the cool, fresh air of summer flow in. The stagnant air inside flowed out. I took a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. I calmly looked up at the sky. The white moon. A very unpleasant feeling. Almost as if something was broken. Like the moon floating the night sky, there was an emptiness in my heart. I clicked my tongue at the reasonless unease that was born in my chest. Then I went out onto the terrace and jumped. I mean, I guess that's one way to avoid potentially running into, like, Hisui or Kohaku or someone, but okay. The wind rumbled behind me with my passage. Unfortunately, with the strength of my legs, it was difficult to leave the Tono estate in one bound. It was easiest to leave by the front door, but then either Hisui or Kohaku, one of them might be there. Then Akiha would find out. If that happened, then she'd have something to say to me at breakfast time. Yeah, I mean, Hisui apparently comes to check on you during the night anyway, so like... I mean... well, at least as long as it's not Kohaku, I guess it's fine. Hisui would probably cover for you. If possible, I would like to avoid that. because it's not good to worry my little sister too much. Yeah. So I used the branches of the surrounding trees as stepping stones and headed for the wall. I knew where all the security cameras were located, but getting to the wall without being seen required a rather large detour. Sometimes living in a mansion with such large grounds is really a pain. Finally, I saw the wall. This wall, seeming almost as if it was built high enough to cut off the estate from the surrounding world, wasn't something I liked much. It always feels too gloomy. I leapt over the rampart like walls. My breath was not short in the slightest. Just then, I felt my heart contract, my pulse race. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. The beating multiplied. 20, 50, 100. It was as if there were countless hearts within my body that had just begun beating. No. It's probably just a ringing in my ears. Because multiple hearts beating forth in chorus just couldn't be real. Could this be like playing off how in Arquid's route she used it was her, not Ciel, right, that used like bits of Nero to patch Shiki up? Yeah, Ciel just has healing. Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't remember who did what. So yes, could this be like those bits of Nero and all those familiars, maybe like, I don't know, maybe having to do with that, maybe? Multiple hearts beating forth in chorus just couldn't be real. I dissolved into heaving gasps. Yeah, this is the road we see Nero on for the first time in Tsuki. Impatience, unease, fear, and their ilk ruled me, spreading through my body as if carried by my arteries. It felt as if some unknown person had stolen control of my body from me, like fucking Nero Chaos. But even so, my mind was calm. The hand I thrust out to keep from falling resounded surprisingly loudly against the wall, I thought, and wondered if I might have hurt myself. My vision twisted. Pure red. A crimson world. As if a child had run wild with red paint. Pure red. Clothes dyed black. Watery world. That was the view spread before me. I looked around and the world had completely changed. Just a moment ago, I had been standing next to the Tono estate, but now it looks like an alley in downtown. Although I don't know of any red-dyed alleys. Oh, don't you though? Right then, I noticed it. For a moment, I didn't understand what it was. After all, it was dark. And it wasn't any shape, I guess. But the main reason was that I didn't want to admit what it was. Because recognizing what it was would be bad for my mental health. My ability to accept it was probably low. But I soon understood. My mind quickly recovered. In times of conflict and crisis, the higher your ability to recognize and accept things, the greater your chance of survival. Because of that, and the many times that I had towed the line of death, My ability to recognize and accept was far better than normal people. But this time, that was a bitter gift. Filling the air around me was the scent of fresh blood. It was a mass of flesh. A minced, squashed, torn, smashed, dissolved, utterly destroyed human. In places, something white stuck out. Pink organs were scattered all about. Something gray had splattered from a round thing that looked like it might have been a head. Might have been. I don't know of any distinctly round-ish body parts. So, yeah, but it's probably dragging something thread-like behind it. A ping-pong-sized ball had rolled along the ground. And it wasn't the right volume for one human either. It was an atrocious giant mass of flesh that was more than any person could bear to see. Ugh. Something burned in my throat. Telling someone to endure this would be a horrible thing. These incomprehensible to normal minds, dead bodies. As if seizing my throat, it burned into my eyes. That pure red. Drip, drip. Warm blood still fell. A sniff filled my nostrils with the unique scent of blood. Did I do that? Did I kill them and turn them into that strange thing? No, right? Oh, no. I had no memories between the Tono estate and here. Maybe? Like blanks coming from a broken projector. So did I do this during that gap? It should have been impossible. This isn't a deed that humans could do. To tear someone apart like that. That's not something a normal human should do, or could do. Normal human could do. But then, why are my hands dripping blood? It's a safe bet the blood on these hands is blood from those bodies. Yeah, no, I wouldn't doubt it. Hey, Gogeta. No, you didn't miss much. Just, Shiki escaping the mansion, and then we found a giant mass of flesh. Clip clop. A horse? Footsteps. No. They cleared my thoughts. Is it alright to be seen here? I would think not. Like your hands covered in blood with just a giant mass of malformed flesh. I would think you shouldn't be seen here, personally speaking, but you know, it's just me. I don't know. I don't know whether I did this or not, but being seen here would be bad. Yeah. I looked around me. But this was a dead end. No place to run. No place to hide. Unable to think of anything, I just waited and watched for that person to see me. At last, the footsteps grew louder, and the approaching person stepped out into the moonlight and revealed herself. Okay, that's okay. I kind of figured it'd be CL. A woman, body wrapped in dark clothing. Her age appeared fairly close to my own. When she looked at me, I saw a somewhat intimate expression on her face. Hopefully that means she's not gonna try and kill us. Does this woman not see the dead bodies? Well, no, she couldn't. If she was a normal person, then there's no way she could stand before bodies like this and have an expression like that. And then, in front of a man with blood-drenched hands. It's been a while, Tono-kun. She spoke to me in a friendly voice. Huh? I knew I sounded idiotic even as I spoke. Am I crazy or is the music weirdly... You know, I turned it down. Why is it so loud for me? Okay. I don't know if, like, I don't know. Maybe something in my settings is messed up, but I had it turned down to where I usually had it. But it was still insanely loud. My, Tono-kun, surely you haven't forgotten me. You're really quite cold, aren't you, Tono-kun? Forgetting about me in just 6 months. Tono? That's right. That's my name. Is it really? That's right. Tonoshiki knows this girl. CL-senpai? She smiled. That's right, Tono-kun. Senpai, hadn't you returned to the Vatican? Yes, I was at the Vatican until yesterday. Then my superiors ordered that... Here, her lips twisted as if about to say something distasteful. Tono-kun, are you still with her? If you mean Arkwood, then yes. Yes, we're very much so. I assume. Her? Yes. Arkwood Brunstud. Princess of the True Ancestors. Who? Shiki? Yeah. I thought so. Well, since it seemed like she had not returned to the Millennium Castle, nor does she seem to be hunting down the remaining dead apostles, my superiors became a little uneasy about what she was doing. Nah, just, she'd been chilling, enjoying herself, I guess. So, I'm here representing the burial agency to keep an eye on her. Okay. But CL-senpai looked around, then shook her head. CL, do you not see the blood on his hands? Gotten dragged into more trouble, Tono-kun? Huh? This is impressive. Amazing destructive power. Was she the one that did this? No. No. Huh? Oh, okay, I guess, yeah, it makes sense that she wouldn't automatically assume it's him. Because like you said, you know, who would assume that a human could do this, right? Like, yeah, it makes sense. Humans couldn't do this. Just look. Over there is a human arm. Torn cleanly off. With just human strength, this isn't possible. Well, I mean, we did receive a buff, right? That is right? He got a buff, slightly, when he had Nero gunk slapped onto his wounds, I think. If I'm not mistaken. And yeah, CL doesn't know about that in Arkwood's route. In CL's route, when CL heals us, Arkwood's like, I was just gonna like, I forget exactly how it was worded, but yeah, it's not the vice versa. Like in Arkwood's route, CL doesn't know about it, I think. Because I think Arkwood mentions that she would have done that if CL hadn't been here, hadn't been there in CL's route. CL-senpai looked at me. There was nothing gentle in those eyes now. Her cold gaze, sharp enough to kill, speared me. Feeling that piercing gaze, I gulped. Tono-kun, was she the one that did this? Was it Arquid? Or was it a different dead apostle? If you know anything, please tell me. Sorry, I only just got here myself, so I don't know anything. Is she not gonna question the blood in your hands? Like, I guess maybe she could assume that maybe in the dark you put your hands on the wall for some reason and then they came off blood. I don't know. I see. Well, if you say that, then I'll believe you. Thanks. She put on a thinking expression as she passed in front of me and drew near to the pile of flesh. Spotting something, she squatted and picked up some rod-like object. It's not our knife, is it? You dropped this, Tono-kun. In CL-senpai's hand was a knife. Really? Okay. I understand maybe her not wanting to assume it was him at first. But, like, she sees the knife on... okay, I guess logically speaking, she could, like, maybe he had it out when he entered the alley, and then when he saw that, he dropped the knife, and it clattered on the ground. You know, okay, there's reasonable explanations for everything, I suppose. If I was her, I would still be a bit sus about it, but, you know, I don't know. This is your treasured knife, isn't it? Yeah. I took the knife from her. The blade was untouched by blood. Oh, and it's not bloody, so of course she wouldn't have, yeah, okay. However, when I took it, the handle was stained red. I was wondering, Tono-kun, aren't you hot in that coat? Looking a little surprised, she pointed at my coat. Yeah, no, it's totally something to do with the Nero stuff. Like, we're 100% like in a trench coat, like Nero. Yeah, certainly. Most of the time, you wouldn't wear a black trench coat in the summer. Yeah, it's totally like the Nero gunk, like activating, I guess, and like, yeah. The next question would be whether I have any fashion sense at all. Please tell me you're wearing clothes under it, Shiki? And since the front was sealed tight, it must look quite warm. But I wasn't as hot as she might think. He's totally naked under the trench coat. It's true that an aloha shirt wouldn't look right on you, Tono-kun. But even so, a trench coat at this point in summer? Yeah. At my response, CL-senpai just sighed. Tono-kun. She's a true ancestor, so she'd be fine with just a shirt even in the chill of midwinter. But you're human. You don't need to force yourself to match her. Just all the Matrix. True. Actually, this would be 2000. Yeah, no, Matrix was. Yeah, what am I saying? Matrix was like 80s, 90s. So yeah, why am I? Yeah, okay. I don't know why I was even thinking about whether it would have been out. Like, yeah, obviously it was. It was like 87 or something that came out. Matrix was, wait, it was 1999? What? No, there's no way. Wait, what? Okay, so my initial thought was right. Why did I think it was early? I don't know. I was just trying to move the window. I didn't mean to click. Don't need to force yourself to match her. Yeah. She looked around again. It looks like I'm going to need to discuss this incident with her. Yeah, you do that. Tono-kun, you know where she is, right? No, I don't know. I'm not going to pick a fight as soon as we meet. Right now, I'm sufficiently grown up after all. Oh, okay, sure. No, I really don't know. Is that so? Yeah. Okay, I got it. I'll search for her myself. Yeah, I feel like she should know Shiki well enough to know that he wouldn't I don't think at least he would intentionally lie to her. Yeah. Tono-kun, you should probably get away from here soon. I'll be taking down the barrier. Oh, you put up a barrier, so no, okay, that's good. Yeah. Well then, Tono-kun, when this incident is taken care of, I'll see you again. With that, CL-senpai spun on her heel and walked off. I also started walking. First, I needed to wash my hands, then return to the mansion. That's right. My life as Tonoshiki is waiting for me. Tonoshiki? Is that my name? This is concerning. Suddenly, my sight shook. All the strength seemed to flow from me, as if something had stolen control of my body. As if someone other than myself was moving it. I wonder, if I called out now, would she hear me? Ah. If I collapsed here, my coat would be soaked with blood. So I thought, then. My gaze twisted. I'm still dreaming. Uh-huh. Okay, how'd we get here? I awoke. A park bench. That was the first thing I thought when I opened my eyes. I was lying on a park bench. I sat up. There was no one nearby. The park was wrapped in darkness, with only the occasional lamppost lit. Other than that, the only light was that which poured from the heavens and pierced the eyes. The red, 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 red. Moonlight. I was uncomfortable, but gazing at my surroundings was pleasant. Right. Uh-huh. I stood and looked around again, but I could hear nothing but the chirping of insects. So this is the park at night. Yeah, you've seen it at night a few times. Although I suppose this night we're at what? So like 3 a.m. No, I mean, he's definitely been here at like 1 a.m. before when they fought Nero. So 1 a.m., 3 a.m. probably not all that different. I don't even know if it's 3 a.m. It could be the same exact time as the Nero fight. I don't know. I glanced at my hands. There was no trace of— Ew, did you wash your bloody hands into, like, the fountain? That's kinda gross. There was no trace of blood, nor any on my coat. As if to say that seeing those dead bodies was just a dream, all signs of blood were gone from my body. Maybe there was never any on his hands, and he was just seeing things, and that's why CL didn't comment. Huh. That's right. That was just a dream. Was it? Uh-huh. It was nothing but a dream. Then I realized that there was something in my pocket. I pulled it out. It was a knife, handle smeared with something crimson. The proof that it was no dream. It really happened. But even if that was reality, what reason do I have to be afraid? That CL-senpai person said it, right? That wasn't something done by a human. And then the only weapon I have had no blood upon its blade. Right. I didn't do anything. I sighed in relief. I'm not gonna call bullshit here. I think you, well, not you, but your body, at least, definitely did it, for sure. It may be rude to those who died, but to me, the fact that it wasn't me that killed them is more important. Okay? Anyways, I'm not a murderer. Yeah, sure. I sat on the bench. What should I do now? Well, first I should go home, but what after that? Avenge those people? Out of the question. I had no confidence that I would survive taking on something that could kill people like that. Probably it'd be best to just stay in the mansion, waiting for this storm to pass. Being a hero like that just isn't in character for me. I'm just one of those little people that takes care of themselves first. Urgh. With a grunt like some old geezer, I stood. The night sky was beginning to brighten. It must be almost 4 a.m. Even if I go straight home, will I be able to make it into bed without meeting anyone? Probably not. Okay, it's awkward. I was like, who only uses his given name? Yeah, Shiki. Someone called. That was not awkward at all. That I just did, but you know, I looked in that direction at what had arrived without me noticing. A woman stood there. Hey, Arquid. Wearing white clothes with golden hair down to her shoulders. Crimson eyes. Smiling a bright smile at me. A beauty. You don't see people this beautiful often. That earlier CL-senpai was good looking too, but she couldn't compare to this woman. That's a bit rude. What shining beauty. Even other women must admire it. Something wrong, Shiki? Ah. Dangerous. This one is dangerous. Arquid? Him? What? She smiled at me. A winning, warm smile. It shone purely with all the joy she felt for her life. I felt horribly jealous. Then Arquid's smile froze. Oh yeah, okay. So unlike CL, she's gonna notice something's wrong, right? You're not Shiki? I shivered. as if some fever filled my body. And at that moment, my body jumped. I leapt backwards. That one leap opened the distance between myself and Arkwood by almost 30 meters. What, go from like 2 to like 3 meters to 30? But even so, my shaking didn't stop. My body knew it was still well within her attack radius. Yeah. Who are you? Crimson eyes. I feel so weird using that sort of voice for Arkwood now, after hearing what she sounds like in Melty Blood. Like, Crimson eyes, filled with unnatural power, they glared at me. It'd be nice if Nero could move like that. He'd be a lot less annoying to play, that's for sure. Crimson eyes, filled with unnatural power, they glared at me. It felt as if a spear of ice had been thrust through my spine. Danger. My life was in danger. I could feel my death drawing close. So, I know that obviously this is one of the fan-written ones, right? But like, really, in universe, like an actual universe, would Arkwood not think that maybe slapping some of the soil, what's it called? What's his whatever, the stuff that comprises his body, did she not think that might not have, yeah, the soil of Genesis, did she not think that would have like consequences or side effects aside from just him being slightly stronger? Like, you're putting like magical vampire gunk, and like I don't know, I feel like she should have thought that out more. But at the same time, in her route, I suppose that was the only way to help him. I could feel my death drawing closer. What are you? The air around her seemed to change. Almost as if wrapped in flames, waves seemed to rise in the air around her. I stiffened. She was sure that lacks direction of its own and would just adapt to being Shiki. Now that you say that, I feel like I vaguely recall that. Very vaguely. I don't know. I stiffened. Bloodlust. Striking out from Arkwood, a strong bloodlust. A lethal anger. If I'm exposed to this for even a few more seconds, I'll go mad. But there was nothing I could do. I could think of no way to run and no way to fight. My thoughts just stumbled in empty circles. Glaring at me with her dreadful killing gaze, she began to walk forward. It's a non-polar life, so it can adapt itself easily to your body, right? Okay. Does she say that in a, like, not sure kind of way? I don't know. One step. Then another. A distance of a mere 30 meters would take no longer than a breath for her. But she continued her deliberate pace. Ah! I let loose a howl. There was no way I could oppose this enemy and survive. This flesh would be pulverized. Just an overwhelming difference in strength. Like an elephant and an ant, that impossible to overcome difference in strength is before me. I feel like a lot of times if there's a question mark at the end of a statement, it's a unsure kind of thing. So if that's a direct quote, then I assume it means she's unsure, but I also don't know. I just, yeah, I don't know. Cause I feel like they had a whole back and forth. Cause I feel like Shiki said something like, "You did what?" And she's like, I don't know. I can't remember exactly word for word. I feel like there was a back and forth there though, but I don't. The tone can also change. Yeah, it's also true. But I don't know. And yeah, like an elephant and an ant. That impossible to overcome difference in strength is before me. Scared. This was unplanned for. I don't want to die again. My coat shook. Eh? Arkwood sounded surprised. From within my coat. 3 black beasts. Okay, so yeah, it was Nero. I was pretty sure, but like, yeah, no. With the whole, seeing like multiple lights, and then wearing the trench coat, of course, and plus we were on that, at the start we were on that one road that we first meet Nero on in Tsukihime, and it was like, okay. Black beasts. Those 3 black dogs were blown away by a single swipe of Arkwood's slender hand and dissolved into a pile of something like black mud. There was no further pursuit from Arkwood. Instead, those crimson eyes stared warily at me. For me, that was quite convenient. But just what was that? Those black animals. And it felt like they jumped out of my body. As if my body was entirely composed of those monsters. Yet there were still things I didn't understand. Those dogs were enough to make even a monster like this Arkwood cautious, even though she destroyed them with one strike. I think she's more confused than anything. Nero Chaos. So you still exist? Nero Chaos? Who's that? And still exist? Isn't that a strange thing to say? Ignoring my confusion, Arkwood continued to mutter. No. I don't know who the author of this one was. Truly, you are the dead apostle who bears the name of Chaos. To survive even Shiki's eyes of death perception. Or is that a spare body? Did you prepare a reserved body before you fought with us? Nero Chaos? Black beasts? Something unpleasant filled my brain. Endless memories. Or rather, fragmentary images. A patchwork of lost still frames. No. This is dangerous. I'm Tonoshiki. That's enough for me. Don't remember. If I remember, then I'll die. But is that okay? Back then I was weak, but this time it's different. Her surroundings shimmer. The air near me suddenly felt cooler. No, it really was becoming colder. As if what she was imagining was becoming real. It's true that I cannot kill you myself, but I can keep you from going anywhere until I bring Shiki here. Yeah, about that. The air around me suddenly froze solid? Or so I thought. Huh? Arkwood gave another dumbfounded gasp. She sounded as if she'd put her full strength into that attack, only to have it fail. This isn't a new sprite for her, right? No, we've seen this before. It's just not a usual one. Yeah. No, it's not, but I'm not used to seeing those eyes, I guess, in like that fashion. I don't know. Surely you haven't begun to approach true chaos. The overwhelming bloodlust began to fade. So, with a low rumble, countless more black beasts flew from within my coat. At the same time, I turned and ran. I could hear Arkwood shouting behind me, but I had neither the time nor the heed to pay attention. I just ran for my life. Good decision. Probably. This okay. Okay. I thought maybe Arkwood would just like blow past all the beasts and like catch up to us and stop us and talk to us, or maybe Ciel would show up. But no, just go into a few hours later, I guess. The sun was so bright. I was walking. Not anywhere in particular. Just wherever my legs happened to carry me. After I ran away from Arkwood, I was wandering aimlessly. I wonder where to go. I wonder where I should be going. I am not Tonoshiki. Then, am I the one called Nero Chaos? I really did kill the people back there. That beast. As that black beast, I was able to kill people in such a gruesome way. The black beast. The black beast. There's something I've forgotten. Something very important. All attempts at remembering fail, as if I was trying to put spilled water back in its cup. As if every rising memory was sinking in a sea of memories again. Hang on, my throat's really dry for some reason. I opened the front of my coat. The dim light outlines the body that looks constructed. It feels elastic to the touch. Quite unlike human skin, this seemed more like soft rubber. This is not a human body. Am I no longer human? Certainly not with this body. Even though I hardly had time for it, I couldn't help but laugh. I walked past students in school uniforms on the way to club activities. I walked past people on the way to work. I just gave them a fleeting, cold glance in passing. Did I have any allies in this world? Without memory, hunting people, a monster. I mean, you don't have to be. You may not really be Shiki anymore, but you're not Nero Chaos, exactly. Or you're Chaos, but you're not Nero. I don't know what is that his actual. Is Nero the guy's actual name, and Chaos is his title, or is Nero Chaos the entire title? I don't know. the sun was so bright. His name's Fabro Rowan. Okay. So Nero is the entire... I don't know, if it was only mentioned once, I'm not gonna remember. The sun was so bright. I felt like the sunlight itself was stealing away my strength. But where could I relax? A bar? I don't know. A hotel? A deserted house? The park? Where would I be safe? Then I remembered. The safest place in the world. The mansion? What? Yamase? Read the nameplate before the house? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. A normal house. A normal neighborhood. I passed through the gate. I tried the doorknob, but of course it was locked. So I picked up the potted plant that sat next to the entryway and pulled out the key that lay beneath it. Ah, hiding the key in a place like that. Truly careless. It should be hidden somewhere a little more subtle. Even though there's nothing valuable, they really should take at least that much care. Never can tell when a murderer might come sneaking in. True, I guess. I slid the key into the lock and turned. Click. The sound of the door unlocking. Do people actually do that with keys? Yeah. I don't know about anymore, but they used to for sure. Like there were whole products like fake rocks that had like little divots at the bottom that would fit the key. So that way, instead of like under a potted plant, you get a bunch of real rocks and one realistic looking fake rock, and like just spread them in like your lawn or whatever. And then, if there's a bunch of rocks, who unless you touch each one and feel if it's like plastic or whatnot, like how are you gonna who's gonna know? Yeah, I remember those being like televised, like late night infomercial, like advertisement stuff. I wonder if I can find one actually. Hang on. Fake rock for keys. Yeah, this one here on Amazon is $7 with almost 18,000 ratings. At least from the pictures, it looks pretty realistic. I guess people still do it. I would have thought that would have stopped like 10 years ago. But interesting. I turned the knob and slid inside. The house returned to silence. It didn't feel as if anyone was in the building. I casually strolled in. I'm home. No response. Of course. This house's residents had already left. If they hadn't, There'd be no need to put out an extra key, would there? In a house with just a mother and child, then obviously the mother would already have left for work by this hour. I'm home. Smiling at my own silliness, I looked around. Okay, neither Shiki nor Nero, I feel, are the type to smile at that kind of joke. But I mean, maybe Shiki. I mean, yeah, I guess Shiki would if he's going to like a friend's house to hang out and there's no one there, I suppose. Maybe. So what should I do now? I don't know. I started to think. Then I'm hungry. I need nourishment soon. The strength of my flesh is growing weaker. I felt my heart contract, my pulse race. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. The beating multiplied. 20, 50, 100. This time I knew what those heartbeats were. The heartbeats of those black beasts that I'm made of. I opened the front of my coat, and I could see countless red eyes floating in the black rubbery surface. Countless starving eyes, imploring me second by second to give them their chance to come forth. An incredible strong entreaty filled my head. My gaze began to twist. No. My consciousness began to vanish. No. If it happens here, then when this house's residents return, the chance of meeting those black beasts is too high. Beneath my clothes, my body twitched and bulged. Frantically controlling it, I headed to the kitchen. Marshalling my fading mind, I spotted the refrigerator. The Yamase family's proud purchase. The giant fridge that once each week is filled with all of the food with all the food for the family, specially bought at the store for just that purpose. I opened it. Okay, wow, who are the Yamase's? Am I supposed to know that name? I pulled out some raw meat and shoved it against my body. With a slurp, it was sucked in. Okay, I'm not okay. I could hear chewing sounds. I pushed more meat against my body, and again it was sucked in. About the time all the food in the refrigerator was gone, my hunger finally stopped. For some reason, I was very sad. Closing my coat, I directed my legs up the stairs to the second floor. Don't go there. I don't need to know. A step forward. My body was struck by draining exhaustion. Step. Another step. At the top of the stairs were the doors to 2 rooms. Maiko's room. And then Akami's room. 2 cute nameplates. Names written cleanly in hiragana hung on the doors. I stood before the door labeled as Maiko's. I gulped. For some reason, I knew I shouldn't open this door. Probably, it'd be best to turn around and just walk away. But I knew that I needed to open it. I stood staring for a moment, then opened the door. Inside was a neat and tidy room. A pink carpet and a bed adorned with cute dolls. Feels like a girl's room. Yeah, Maiko kinda gives it away. I entered the room. My sight began to shake dizzily. I wanted to leave as soon as Oh, wait! I just remembered something. Didn't Nero use like a familiar of a little girl to lure people out? No? Oh. No. I thought I remembered something like that. Cause there's a whole scene where Shiki remarks where like they're looking around and they see a little girl out in the middle of the night, right? Am I crazy? My sight began to shake dizzily. I wanted to leave as soon as possible. But there was something I needed to do here. For myself. The room condition. Something about it really bothered me. It was too tidy. Or no, was it that he ate a little girl? Like right in front of Shiki. I don't know. It was too tidy. It was as if there wasn't anyone who actually used the room, but it got cleaned anyway. As if to be ready for its occupant's return at any time. I glanced into the trash can. As I expected, there was nothing inside. It was just collecting dust. A dusty trash can. There could only be one reason for that. This room wasn't being lived in. I turned to the desk. I picked up a notebook. Supposed to be cute, maybe. In rounded letters, the contents of classes were neatly copied. From just this one notebook, I could grasp the personality of the room's inhabitant. Then I noticed an unadorned picture frame. I reached out to pick it up, then froze. This emotion. This is terror, huh? Just looking at that frame awoke a deep, binding terror. It stopped me from doing anything. But there was only one thing I could do. Sucking in a deep breath, I gathered my courage and reached out to the frame. The picture in that frame looked to be a family picture. A woman who seemed to be the mother and two girls. Two girls. One girl with long hair. And one more girl, very similar to the long-haired girl, but with short hair. Happily smiling. The mother looking on, smiling gently. Ah, that's right. Pitta pata, it crumbled. My dream crumbled. I returned the picture to the desk, and then pulled a photo album off the shelves. The records of two girls growing up. Both so happy, as if the two of them were a single set. Fit into a single picture. What is this? This feeling in my heart. My head shook. My gaze turned red. Then the world broke. I don't know who's saying this. Run? Oh, is he going on a rampage in the city? I heard that shout from somewhere. It's supposed to be pitter-patter. Yeah, that makes sense. It was just really weird. When I saw PITA, I thought pita, like pita bread. I was like, what? Huh? What was that about? I looked around, but I didn't see anything. See anything happening. but somebody seemed to be in danger. Yeah, that voice seemed quite tense, not at all joking. If that's true, then I should go help. Yeah, you're not the danger. Okay. Yeah, people should help each other. Mm-hmm. I'm a black belt in karate, after all. What? Against a knife? Then I'm pretty sure of my... What? Today was special, after all. In that silver-lit park, I moved quickly towards that voice. This body's all cracked. My nourishment has been quite insufficient. A quiet voice. A different person than before. Conveniently, it seems something nutritious has arrived. Don't! With heavy rhythmical footsteps, some huge black thing ran towards me. It looked like some black beast. Ah! As my scream escaped, the wind slashed by my face. My vision tumbled. A deep red puddle was spreading. My clothes were drenched in something cold. Even though I knew I needed to flee, my body wouldn't move. Like this, my clothes would be stained all red. My favorite clothes that my little sister gave me for my birthday. Yeah, I feel like I feel like I'm remembering the Nero scene now. Cause like, didn't they encounter Nero in the park? But there were people nearby, and so Shiki yelled at them to run. And a little girl came up, or came near. And got eaten. I think this is what... No little, just girl? Okay. But yeah. I wonder if it'll come out in the wash. What'll I do if it doesn't? Maybe I should take them to the cleaners first. Yeah, doesn't she get like eaten like a whole, like entirely? Or does she only get like bitten in half? I don't remember. I think she gets like entirely absorbed. Yeah, I could feel something dragging me. Yeah, she's getting dragged into him. Stop. I don't want my clothes to tear. It may not bother her, but it would bother me. In the sky, a pure red moon. As if my eyes were filled with blood. A pure red moon. I like the white moon, but I hate this red moon. Crunch, bite, tear. Rip, chew, swallow. I feel a little sleepy. But I need to get home. Today is my sister's birthday. I need to finish getting her present ready. Damn. So So it wasn't Nero's personality that was like taking over, or like his vampiric impulse was taking over, but like the actual thoughts are those of the girl. That's kind of fucked up. That's right. That was my face. That was me in that photo. That was where I died. Oh, and yeah, her mom keeps cleaning the room, thinking maybe she'll come back, because if she was eaten whole, they don't know for sure she's dead. That's kind of fucked. Ah, the dream is over. Oh, I'm home. Mom, you there? Followed by footsteps climbing the stairs. I didn't know what to do. Should I run? If so, then jumping out the window would work. With this body, that'd be easy. But I couldn't. I, Yamase Maiko, want to meet this girl. Even though she'll probably scream and run away at a strange man being in her house. Behind me, I heard something heavy fall to the floor. Oh, man. Whoever wrote this, I know you're not telling me till the end, but I'm just gonna say, whoever wrote this really knew what they were doing. They took something so visceral, but in the scheme of things minor, and turned it into a major plot point, working with the whole soil of Genesis or whatever being put into Shiki's body. Oh man. Again, took something that, again, which, to Shiki wasn't minor, in game, in universe wasn't minor to the main character, but in the scheme of the story, it was incredibly minor. And yeah, it's kind of fucked up. That's tough. I turned around. There stood my little sister, Yamase Akemi, wearing a shocked face. What? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but at the same time, Shiki's head was intact, right? None of the stuff was. I assumed the head would stay the same no matter what. So Nesan? Okay. Long time no see. You look good. I'm glad. Nesan! With flowing tears, Akemi tried to embrace me, but I avoided her. Yeah, no, if you embrace her, there's a good chance her torso is gonna eat you. That earlier feeding couldn't escape my mind. Nesan? Sorry. There's a reason I can't hug you. That doesn't matter. I knew you were alive, Nesan. We've been worried. It hurt. My heart hurt. My crying sister, it hurt. Yeah, I guess she doesn't want to give her false hope by... Yeah, okay, I guess, yeah. It's reasonable. Hey, Akemi? Or... No, that starting tone was not good. Hey, Akemi. I'm dead. Huh? I begged God. Just... Oh... Just for today, I've returned to this world. That's... That can't be, Nason. It's true. For a moment, I hesitated. Then flung open my coat. Ah! Akemi held both hands to her mouth and stepped back. My body was nothing but a black mass, with only the outlines of a woman's body. No surprise she's scared. I expected it, but seeing that reaction from my beloved sister hurt. See? My body doesn't belong to this world anymore. Nason. You know, just a guess, but the reason I came back to this world is probably for you, Akemi. So I could tell you happy birthday. It just occurred to me. Nason. Stay well, okay? Take care of yourself. I'll always be watching over you. And stay out of the park at night, okay? Nason, wait! At least wait for Mom to... Sorry. I'm already out of time. No, not like this. Nei-chan, you finally came back. Akemi's cute face twisted up and tears poured out. Oh, Nei-chan. Oh yeah. How nostalgic. Long ago, Akemi used to call me that. But at what point did she stop calling me Onei-chan and start using Nason? That's right. It was when she entered high school. I felt it was too childish, and I got mad at her about it. When Mom was off at work, I was the one who took care of Akemi. That's why she always followed me around. Always quietly crying, following me. To protect my sister from bullying boys, I studied karate. And the end result of my karate studies opened her heart. And from then on, she always stuck to my side. Even though she was far smarter than I was, she took the same entrance exams just to be in the same high school as me. To try to make her stand on her own, I pushed her away a little. Ever since then, Akemi referred to me as Nason. Oh, Nei-chan, me and Mom, we always believed you'd come back. Oh, I see. Oh, Nei-chan, me and Mom always believed you'd come back. We knew you'd definitely come back. It's like seeing the past Akemi all over again. Sniffling, sobbing, my little sister. Ah, why can't I cry? There are so many things I wanted to tell you, so I waited for you. It hurt. At least one day. One day. It hurt too much. I just silently walked past her. Oh, wait, Oni-chan. Akemi grabbed my arm. Her hand began to sink into my flesh. I slapped her hand away. One-chan. Looking at her hand, my dear sister's face was scared. Stay well, okay? Giving my farewell, I left the house. I could sense Akemi chasing me, so I shook her off with one great leap. I wonder what I should do now. I mean, I don't know, you probably don't want to live like this, I assume. Eventually night came. I stood alone in the park. The park where I died. Maybe they'd grown too starved, but somehow I managed to maintain control of my body. However, I could feel the end approaching. If I should lose control, then the beasts of my body would probably fill their hunger on all the people nearby. I don't want that. I don't want there to be any more people like me. So I silently stood, watching the night sky and the slowly sinking moon. Ah, the pure red moon. Red as if dyed scarlet. Part of me was horribly impatient, but another part horribly calm. Utter ambivalence. So this is what it feels like to wait for your execution. How I acquired this form, I don't know. In my mind, it really is near miraculous. If possible, I really wanted to spend more time with my family. But I can't. I don't think I could restrain myself from eating people. How much time passed? Suddenly, I felt someone arrive. Then... So you are here. Such confidence. Although your shape has changed. I assume that's CL. Who's with her. The voices of two women. Arkwid-san and CL-san. I stood up from my bench. See, is Arkwid not? No. I wonder if Arkwid's gonna recognize her or not. No, Shiki's gonna recognize her. Oh no. The two I'd been expecting, but also protected behind Arkwid-san's back. A single man. He wore a pair of glasses over a grim face. He must be Tonoshiki. He staggered weakly. His face... Oh yeah, he recognizes her. His face was very pale. So, I've had this thought for a bit since you said something about, my confusion. I assume this is just like a lump of the soil of Genesis, like, split off from Shiki? Or something? He staggered weakly. Like maybe through her willpower to see her sister again, she was able to make a body for herself or something. His face was very pale. No matter how you look at it, this was one unhealthy young man. Is it alright for him to be here? Ha. Here I am about to be killed and I'm still worrying about others. CL-san swung her arm in a simple motion. Thunk, thunk, thunk. 3 needle-like blades pierced my body. The tips stuck out of my back. But there was no pain. No feeling of being stabbed at all. I pulled the blades out and tossed them aside. They rung loudly as they hit the ground. As I said, CL, our attacks won't work on that. So it seems, Arquid. To get hit by my black keys and not even twitch, well, a normal vampire couldn't manage that. I couldn't ignore those words. What? You can't kill me. That's right. We can't. Your flesh is now very close to real chaos. Chaos itself is a world of its own, fusing heaven and earth. To destroy that chaos is your flesh. Would require enough power to destroy the entire world. Ever since the earth was created, nothing's had that much power. But Shiki is different. Right. Tono-kun's eyes of death perception can kill even an entity like you. Because Tono-kun can kill, not the concept of chaos, but rather the concept of you. So that's why you brought someone so ill. That's because you separated from Shiki's body. Arquid shouted almost angrily. No, she actually was angry. Like, the stuff you took from him is what's keeping him alive, goddammit! For some reason, you, a piece of Nero's ruin that should have stayed a part of Shiki's body, developed your own will. That's why you and Shiki were both around at the same time. If it weren't for the blood of the two girls, even bringing Shiki here would have been really dangerous. Wait. Oh, I see. Okay. I was like, two girls, but yeah, no. Hisui and Kohaku. Wait a minute! I know who wrote this. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I know exactly who wrote this. I just can't think of his name. Hang on a second. Just finding his name real quick. Sasaki Shonen, the author of the Tsukihime manga. That's who I'm thinking wrote this. No? Oh, fuck. I thought I big-brained that for a second. I don't know that. Okay, the reason I thought that, though, right, is because, obviously this is supposedly Arquid Good End where this is taking place, but they shouldn't, the whole thing with Hisui and Kohaku, that shouldn't be known to them in Arquid's route. So I was thinking maybe the manga author who did the, you know, combined routes for the manga, I thought maybe he had wrote this as kind of a, I don't know, but I guess not. That was my thinking for it, though. Yeah. Now I understand. This body's starving hunger isn't actually hunger. The one that originally used this body used some method to describe the structure the flesh was to maintain. But to a normal person like me, that sort of difficult trick is impossible. Well, not combined in, like, I don't know, I haven't read it yet, so I'm not entirely sure. That's just how it was described to me, is that it's sort of like an amalgamation, but better done than Fate 06. But yeah. To a normal person like me, that sort of difficult trick is impossible. In the end, since I separated from Shiki-kun's body, the body needed to draw in new shape information from outside the body. In other words, this wasn't just a simple hunger. Collapsing existence. Reversion to perfect chaos. And the techniques to prevent that. To preserve this body. To preserve a human-like body that would not fall into chaos. It needed to supply something similar. Thus, eating people. Ah. After all, I can't live on without killing people. I'm a monster after all. I'm not sure who's... I'm assuming... I don't know. I assume this is CL talking to Arkwid. Because if CL went back to the Vatican, how would she have... Yeah. Although, to think about it, wasn't the start of all this because you taught Tono-kun some of the... Yeah, obviously, because only CL says Tono-kun, not Arkwid, yeah. I don't know why, yeah. Some of the fragmented magic from your meager knowledge. CL-san's gaze caused Arkwid-san to flinch. That's... CL. I did for Shiki. And it ended up like this, didn't it? I'm truly looking forward to watching you explain this to Tohya-san. A righteous smirk graced CL-san's face. What? No! Shiki, say something! Well, Arkwid was just thinking about my lifespan when she taught me that. Okay. Jealousy. A superficial, playful argument between people who don't even dislike each other. Alchemy and I used to argue like that. Why are these three people playing out such a cruel scene before me? Like a scene from normal, everyday life. Get up in the morning, eat breakfast with the family, go to school, chat with friends, return home, eat a family dinner, sleep. The utterly boring, irreplaceably precious daily life. Mom was there and Akame. That quiet, restful scenery. What I now long for from the bottom of my heart. What I cannot ever have. Such a small thing. Until you lose it, you never even realize it was there. That giant, desperate desire. Why are they forcing me to watch that? I pulled the knife out of my pocket and tossed it to Shiki-kun. As I expected, Arkwid-san grabbed it out of midair, before passing it to Shiki-kun herself. Then Arkwid-san and CL-san both silently stepped back. Damn, they're not even gonna, like, wonder about, like, her, like, appearance or anything? Just, yeah, no, kill her? Okay. Like, you'd think they'd wonder, right? When they see that she willingly gave him a knife? Like, I don't know. This pale-faced, ill Shiki-kun is to take care of me, it seems. A human will take care of me? With a sigh, he removed his glasses. Blue eyes? Terribly cold, evil eyes. As if shining with their own light. Those fascinating eyes. They left the same feeling in my heart as Arkwid-san's crimson eyes. Suddenly, the beasts began to writhe within my body. As if triggered by the magic of those blue eyes. Yeah, no, I'm surprised they're not saying anything. Is the thing. Like, they're not curious as to, like, what her thought process is. Because I assume they're thinking that this is just... I don't know, some... I don't know. Because again, when they came here, they were like, such confidence. But now they're saying that it's... I don't know. The fact that they're not questioning this a little bit more... it's just weird to me. Or maybe they simply understood how dangerous those eyes were. Survival instincts. They suddenly awoke. But I forced them down. The beast struggled for a little, then grudgingly subsided. How skillful I've become at controlling this body in just a few hours. Shiki-kun's cold eyes quietly watched me. Is she taunting him? Like, I get she's trying to die quickly before she loses control, but like... Okay. Do you think you can kill me with that tiny little knife? Deliberately, I jested with him. But he still said nothing. Just continued to silently watch. Is it just my imagination that he looks like a predator waiting for its prey? He doesn't want to attack first. Why don't you say something? As I suddenly broke into a run. My body felt so light. In a moment, my surroundings were left behind. No joke, just pure physical strength. I clenched my right hand. A hard, boulder-like fist. Just a single strike from this body and a human would die easily. I guess so. I don't know. Don't spoil it if it doesn't happen, but I hope they say some words after at least. Again, don't say anything if they don't, or if they do, you know, either way, but... human would die easily. It had that much strength, I now knew. But for that same reason, I held back. I don't want to kill anyone anymore. Shiki-kun dove under my fist and struck out his knife. But a tiny blade like that one couldn't kill me. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. So there's no reason to bother dodging. I wish she would get serious about this. The knife pierced my chest. Then, I felt a chill that penetrated all the way to the bottom of my heart. Ah. The instant I felt myself being stabbed, I knew that I was beginning to fade. That this was, probably, a fatal wound. One that I would definitely not be able to revive from. My mind began to scatter, sinking into the darkness. Thankfully, it didn't hurt. I don't want to hurt anymore. Suddenly, my body jerked and writhed. With its commander, me, dying, the beasts that composed this body began to run wild. As my thread was stretched to its limits, their struggles became stronger. From my body, starving beasts, bears and tigers and lions and wolves and sharks and other creatures I couldn't recognize, sprang forth like water from a fountain. But as those countless beasts jumped from my body and attacked those three people, they were pierced by dark needle-like blades, or killed by single strikes from Arquid-san. It's alright. These people can actually kill me. It's alright now. No. Did the little sister somehow follow her all the way here? Oh no, she said don't go to the park at night. So of course the little sister is gonna not listen to that and go to the fucking park at night. Oh my god. Cause why? Cause why wouldn't she, right? Yeah. One-chan! A familiar voice from a girl that shared my blood. At the edges of my fading sight, several beasts ran towards that voice. Yeah, that was a nice sound effect usage. The intervals got wider apart and slightly quieter each time. Several beasts ran towards that voice. My mind, melting into darkness, suddenly returned. Ah! Collapsing, breaking, fading. My flesh, my soul, my mind. But if a miracle had brought me back once, then a miracle could help me again. So I ran. Steadily my body, or rather my spirit, was crumbling, turning into a viscous black mass. But just a little more. Before that precious girl, one beast. A large black tiger. Ah! With a roar, I grappled with the beast. Akemi looked at me in surprise. Shiki-kun arrived a half-step behind me with a flash of his knife. The tiger collapsed. And just like it, I too collapsed. Bye, huh? Akemi began to cry. Behind her stood Arquid-san and Ciel-san, looking unhappy. And bewildered as if he didn't understand what was happening. Shiki-kun. Oh, One-chan. No. Don't die. I'll do anything, please. Summoning all my remaining strength, I smiled. Oh, they're gonna have to do something about this girl, aren't they? Because she shouldn't see this. So that in the end, I could show Akemi my best face. One-chan! 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 Ah, Akemi is still such a crybaby. But I can't protect her anymore. Yeah, I know. I think Ciel mentions that in Suki at some point, or maybe in KT, I don't know. But I'm just saying it's gonna suck because she's not gonna remember getting to see her sister one last time. Which, whether that's for the best or not, that's up to, yeah, I don't know. Akemi. Smile. Eh? I can't. If you come back, then I'll smile, but I can't. Distant. My mind was fading. My spirit fading. Akemi, smile. For me too, smile. At the end, let me see your smile. One-chan. Okay. I'll smile. See? I'm smiling. Be strong. I was always there to protect you, right? The world was dark. everything growing so distant. One-chan. Ah. Twinkling tears fell on my face. I wonder if it looks like I'm crying. Ah, the moon. So beautiful. Pure white moon. The white moon in the sky. The crimson washed away by those tears. The end of my dream. My dream so short yet so long is now over. Not even... Are... Oh, the actually though? They actually didn't give any... No post, like Shiki being like, what was that about, or it's done. That's fucked up. I mean, it makes sense. I'm just saying it's fucked up. Like, bro, what? Today's lucky item, deer. Type Moon daily message. So I'll be honest, I was so mind blown that we weren't getting a post scene that I didn't read who the scenario writer was. So I mean, yeah, I liked it. I'm annoyed at the ending, but yeah, that was great. I'm assuming he's a well-known mangaka or something. Marukin, Marukin, author. Am I supposed to know that name? Kugane Mariyama. Oh, Overlord. Okay. Don't crucify me for this, because I've been meaning to watch Overlord. But I haven't actually I haven't actually read Overlord or watched. I'm aware of it. But I haven't never. I didn't know the yeah. No. But that's interesting. Did he do anything aside from Overlord, or is this like his? This was probably the first thing he got like serialized, huh? Okay. Maybe this is a sign for me to finally start Overlord. After like 6 years of, well, maybe I'll start it. Like, oh, season 4? Maybe I'll get around to it. um. Oh. Interesting. They don't have a fucked up. No, actually, don't tell me. I'm probably gonna again watch it at some point. So yeah, don't don't. I was about to ask something, but yeah, never mind. Yeah, no, that was really. I hang on. Let me look at the list. Purely from like a writing perspective, I think that was better than all of the official Type Moon written ones. And both of the other fan submitted ones, to be honest. Like, yeah. Yeah, I would say from a writing perspective, that was actually the best one. Because it tied in, like, really mundane, like, pieces. And, or not mundane, but, like, in terms of, like, the overall story and you get into, like, the Roa stuff, it becomes, you know, kind of throwaway stuff at that point, right? But oh man. And also said if fan stuff is good, what do I do? I'm surprised they didn't reach out and offer him like a writing job. But I guess still at this point, they were still kind of just a small like doujin circle, so yeah, that's true. That's true. They all were written in one day, so that's fair. Whereas he probably wrote his in like a few weeks rather than a single day. So that is fair. That's fair. But I'll maintain that's probably my favorite. Like, don't get me wrong. Okay, the Tono Family Kong game was fun. Hisui-chan Inversion Impulse, also fun. Also fun. But I don't know. I like serious and like edgy stuff. So I don't know. For me, I think for me, Dawn is is my favorite out of everything here. Like Crimson Moon, or not Crimson Moon, sorry, Red Demon God was interesting. Because we learn about Coma and like what happened with the Nanayas and like backstory there. Imaguriso was that was something. I'll be honest, right? You know, I wanted to see Shiki go at it with the twins. I won't lie. It was a little disappointing for me actually, though. Like the way they went about it, and God, the writing is. I don't know if anyone watched my Flower of Thanatos part that I put out, but there is one line during their Smegs scene where I was just completely thrown off. I was like, what the fuck is this writer smoking? Yeah, the mollusk line. Like the their parts like grasp each other like mollusks. I was like, bro, what? What the fuck? What are you smoking? But God, that was really good. The Huh? Here, a translator complaint supposed to be. Oh, was there like an argument about that between like the translation? Oh, like an outside translate. Oh, I see. Like did like someone? I don't know. I don't know. And wait, what do you mean the mollusks are coming back? Like, huh? What do you mean by that, Goo? Is it to do with the? What? Wait, hang on. Wait, what? I didn't even notice this. Huh? Uh. Okay. Okay. I assume because you said that, Goo, that I should not click on the Hisui or Kohaku ones. But okay. But it should be safe to click on any of the other three, right? Oh, summer festival. Okay. It's in the. Okay. I see. I misunderstood. Okay. No, it's in the. Okay. I got you. All right. Let's. Actually, hang on. No. Actually, I'm not. Return to title. I'm not gonna do these now. I'm gonna do them all together in their own separate thing. Okay, went from deer to dog. But yeah, okay. But okay, in conclusion, that Dawn again probably in terms of purely writing, not in like terms of like fan service, comedy, etc. Purely writing and just subverting like my expectations for things in a unique way. And that's not kind of silly. I think Dawn's my favorite by far. God. Again, I've been meaning to watch Overlord. Maybe I should start. Finally. Because they're up to season 4. How many seasons does it have? 4 seasons, I think. And that was a 5th confirmed? Overlord season 5. No, there's been no confirmation yet. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, that's cool, like tie-in though. Like a guy who goes on to write an extreme, like from my understanding, Overlord is like I've seen people rave about it online in the West at least, but I assume it's in general very popular. Like I feel like whenever a new season's announced, I see people on Twitter and everywhere going all like, "Oh my god, it's back!" And of course I've seen a few clips of Albedo, sexy demon lady. That may be a driving factor in me wanting to watch it. I don't know. It could be, but oh man. You know what? Man. I think it's a sign. I think yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna quit rambling. So with that, then I assume I shouldn't do the fun bit on as a stream if there's more mollusks. Not into the wait. Are there cute maids in Overlord? Wait, what? Again, I haven't watched it. I've only seen like a clip or two, mainly of Albedo being thirsty. that's all I know about it. But and the fact that the main character is a big skeleton dude. They're called Pleiades, if I remember. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I've seen that. I must have, because I feel like I've seen like people post art on, because I follow like a ton of artists on Twitter. I've probably seen art of them at some point or another, but I didn't realize they were from Overlord or something. But I have no idea. Either way, that's gonna do it. Most of fun isn't safe. Okay, see, I'll do them off stream then. But anyway, tomorrow I'm gonna finish Act Cadenza. It's the fan translator shitpost thing. Oh, okay. My switch to Overlord's limited to that cute Overlord Pleiades 8-bits video. I'm not familiar. If you have the no H on, the version of Kagetsu I'm using, I don't think has. Oh no, I do have it. Skip explicit content, but what's the fun in that? You know, you know what's the fun in skipping it? I kind of want to click on guest illustrations, but oh, okay, so it's it's like apparently I'm missing one. I assume you probably unlock. Well, I assume you probably unlocked this one by doing the other Len scene on the final day. I don't know why else I wouldn't have it unlocked. Okay. Arihiko for some reason has like a badass. Oh, some stuff unlocks by completing Summer Festival? Okay. Cute. How do wait, what huh? Counterattack of the Happiness Empire. Oh. Moon Prison. Okay. Cool. That one was by Mihoyo guy? Wait, which one? Was it the Satsuki one? Oh, the Counterattack of Happiness? Okay. Koyama Hirokazu. Interesting. What are these? Select your dream and have a nice time. Oh, is this referencing the picking your... I see. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Character selection screen, hopefully. Yeah, totally. That's totally what that is. But okay, anyway, sorry. I've just kind of been yapping on. But yeah, that was really good. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm finishing Act Cadenza tomorrow, and then we'll be able to get into Actress again next week sometime. So that should be fun. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Man, that was depressing. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. And yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.